Was
Yeah.
that easy to get all the guys to say yes to come on the show?
Yeah, definitely. We talk every week, all five of
All
us.
of you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. And this quarantine has kind of brought us even closer because, you spend more time, in your group text and all that. But yeah, I mean, when I wanted to do something special for the anniversary, I called the guys. I'm like, hey, let me just do one-on-one hard-hitting interviews with each one of you individually, because I haven't been able to do that. As long as I've been hosting radio and all that, I've never interviewed all four guys before. And so it was very special. It went very long. I think Justin's interview went for an hour and a half.
That's not long. Have you heard some of these interviews? Some people have 3 hour, Rogan, 3 hours. I'm like,
yeah.
I want this to be an hour. I'm looking at the clock now. I go, I could talk to Lance forever, but like an hour and 15, I don't want to talk that long. I can't.
Yeah. This day and age, people like, small bites. I mean, even an hour is too long for people, but yeah, I like it. I like to keep my show under an hour. But it's so difficult when you have a great guest that knows how to talk. Right. Yeah. And like Danny Trejo was on my show this week, and he has such incredible stories, and he has such a colorful life. Like, it just went on forever because I couldn't stop. I could not talk about some of the things I wanted to talk about. So
I have to interview him. I met him a couple times. Great. He's like, hey man, take my number. And then I was like, okay, but I never called him. I think I still have Danny. He won't even remember me. Guy.
But let me. And he has tacos and donuts too.
Oh yeah, I've eaten them. You go way back. I remember hearing, you were really upset, you were crushed, you were devastated when Justin left and blah 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 and all that stuff. And then you rekindled and you were fine and everything's great, right? In a nutshell.
Oh yeah, me and the guys were never on bad terms at all. It's just life goes on, and you have more interest, and you have to focus on your careers, and it's great. The thing I was most disappointed in was not just Justin leaving the band. It's that our whole team, our record label, our management, everything like that, they all knew it was over for 3 years.
And you didn't
before they told me. And so for 3 years, I'm sitting there getting ready for a new album as everyone else knows we're moving on. And so I turned down, I had a sitcom I was doing, had to turn it down. That's all kinds of stuff that I really wanted to do and focus on, but I knew I couldn't because, my first commitment is Nsync. Like, this is my life.
You could have been writing. You could have been doing, I'm sure you're writing, but you could have been like doing other, going out.
Yeah, it would have been nice to kind of, set up a little better before, going out solo.
Were you guys, you had to get annoyed. I get annoyed with my brother all the time. When you're on the road together, who was the one guy that you were just like, oh my God, fuck off? There had to be those moments where you're like, you can't love everybody. You had to get little things where like,
oh yeah. Well, that's the thing with us, and that's why we're so close. We're brothers. We love each other. We hate each other. Every single emotion comes out when you're in a brother relationship. Many times that the good thing about us is if we fight, we make up very quickly. Like we kind of forget things because I think we're just guys, but like just we don't hold on to things too much. But the one that would always make my eyes roll would be Chris Kirkpatrick in interviews because Chris, he's very animated and he's funny and he's always cracking a joke. But when someone is always cracking the joke in every single interview, like that you do 20 a day and there's 5 guys, your days get long and long and long. So there'd be many times I'm like, just shut up, like just answer the question so we can move on because we're so tired right now. So he would always, make all our interviews at least double the time.
What was the biggest blowout you could remember where all 5 of you were just like, fuck off, I don't give a shit, fuck, I'm with him, you're with him, that you're just going, what the fuck?
We never had that situation. I don't even think we had the time to have that situation.
Not one.
No, we never. I remember this one time, the biggest fight I ever saw. You couldn't even call it a real fight. We were in Miami doing Challenge for the Children, our charity
great place for a fight
game that we do. And we were getting ready. We were so tired because we had been out the night before, and it's just like a whole 3-day event. And we have to do press the next morning. So we're all up in the hotel room, and we're all meeting there, and then we're going to go down and do all the press. And then Joey was late. Like, he was about 15 minutes late. We're all tired. We're like, all right. And they had sent food, from room service in. So we had all this room service food, like burgers and all that type of stuff. And we're eating, and Joey had ordered a burger. Well, Justin, as a joke, took the burger and took a huge bite of it and put it back, right? Holy moly, there was something up Joey's butt that day, because when he came in and he saw someone bit his hamburger, he was like, not doing it. And he like protested, I'm not leaving here until I get a new burger. It was so funny. I've never seen Joey get so upset about something like that, but you could tell he was probably tired or something, and he was just over it at that moment. He's like, nope, I'm going to stand on this ground, and I am not leaving here until a burger gets here. So we make fun of him all the time for that outburst. All the time.
Did anybody then go, come on, dude, no, seriously, dude, it's a fucking burger, come on. Did it start getting heated?
We're like, you're really gonna make it?
No, this is disrespect. Somebody ate my burger. Fuck that. That's how it happened. It just blew up.
Oh, it's so funny.
At a charity event.